Have you ever wondered why the Ten Commandments hold a profound place in spirituality? Why do they serve as a beacon of light guiding millions of lives across the globe? Perhaps it's not just about rules or rigid doctrines, but about something more profound, more spiritually significant. The first commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me." It's about acknowledging the only God who governs all existence. It's a call to live a life of a constant awareness of Him, to see beyond the materialistic world. The second commandment, "You shall not make for yourself a carved image," teaches us about the incorporeal nature of divinity. It's a reminder that the divine cannot be confined to tangible symbols or idols. This commandment encourages us to seek the God in the intangible, in the love, kindness, and compassion that we share with our fellow beings. Because as it says in the Bible that we are made on the image of God. Then comes the third commandment, "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain." Every word we utter carries eternal consequences. The fourth commandment, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy," is a gentle reminder to pause, to take a break from our busy lives, and remind ourselves that this life that God gave us is the only chance we have to understand our purpose here. The fifth commandment, "Honor your father and your mother," doesn't mean that we need to look at our parents as a supreme authority, even the one above God. Not at all. But rather, God is trying to learn us to have respect for authority, and to have a gratitude and appreciation to the ones through whom even our life came to be. The sixth commandment, "You shall not murder," is a profound reminder of the sanctity of life. It's about cherishing the divine spark in every living being and respecting the divine plan that governs life and death. The seventh commandment, "You shall not commit adultery," is a lesson in loyalty and integrity. It's about honoring our commitments, respecting the sanctity of relationships, and maintaining the purity of our souls. The eighth commandment, "You shall not steal," is a call to live a life of honesty and righteousness. It's about understanding that everything we need is already provided by the God, and that stealing disrupts God's well-intentioned order. The ninth commandment, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor," teaches us about truthfulness. It's a reminder that honesty is not just a moral virtue, but a spiritual discipline that aligns us with the truth. Finally, the 10th commandment, "You shall not covet," is a lesson in contentment and gratitude. It's about appreciating what we have, realizing the divine blessings in our lives, and not letting desire or greed cloud our spiritual vision. So, when we look beyond the literal words, the 10 commandments are not just rules. They are spiritual guidelines, a path that leads us to a higher awareness for what God wants us to prepare, a life of love, truth, and righteousness. They teach us to recognize that as much are we in this world because of us and God Himself, likewise we are here also for our brothers and sisters, others, so that we could live in harmony, helping each other in all our human difficulties, and to cherish the God's blessing in our lives. The 10 Commandments, in essence, are an introduction to spirituality, a roadmap to a life of profound understanding and divine connection. So let's embrace them, not as rigid rules, but as spiritual wisdom guiding us towards a life of enlightenment and peace which God intended for every living person here on this earth.